Hello and welcome to FPL Mate, your best mate for Fantasy Premier League content for the 2020-21 season. My name is Dan and welcome to a Game Week 14 reaction stream today. It's been a couple of weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks since I last did a reaction stream. I think it's been at least a week since I did any kind of stream, really. It's been a while. It's been a really hectic schedule in the FPL world, hasn't it? It's been really crazy. But I'm in pretty good spirits. I'm in pretty good mood. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little bit of a disappointing day today. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be feeling the same thing with Chilwell, unfortunately getting a nice and early injury. So foul as well. Obviously, just the 1 point for him today as well, which is a little bit disappointing. But overall, wow, what a game week! What an amazing game week! 89 points I'm sitting on. A rank, I think my rank last game week was 640,000, something like that. Huge green arrow all the way up to 366,000th in the world. So we're into the sort of the top 5% now. So we're going to really start pushing on to, I guess, 100k or top 100k is the next aim, and then once we're in the top 100k we can start pushing on to the really nice ranks that I actually want to be in. So I want to be in at least, I'd be happy with a top 50,000 finish in the world, I think, but we're definitely well on our way there. I think by the time these double game weeks and blank game weeks roll around in game week 18 and game week 19, which you guys will know I've been talking a lot about in videos recently, once those game weeks roll around, we've got the doubles and the blanks. I've got my plan sorted out. I'm sure a lot of you guys have got your plans sorted out for that as well. I honestly think I can reach the top 100k by then. So sort of by February, we're going to be on the home stretch, hopefully, to a really nice finish. So I'm feeling pretty confident, feeling pretty positive about my team as well. I've got everything planned out. The only small thing is Chilwell being injured. I'm very keen to find out how long he's injured for, because it did look kind of bad. There is a chance he may be out for a little while, you know, like a month plus. But I mean, hopefully it's nothing too serious. For his sake, obviously it's his birthday today, so getting injury 9 minutes into a game on your birthday, that's terrible. That's terrible. He must be gutted, but I'm also gutted as well. Hopefully he can come back into my team as soon as possible, and I won't have to transfer him out. But otherwise, that will have to change my plans a little bit. But it's not the end of the world. But it's really good. It's really good to get a nice 89 score. Really boost, a proper boost in the rankings. I can see in the chat already that a lot of you guys have got some nice scores. You know, it's been one of those weeks for nice scores, and I do feel a bit bad for you guys if you haven't got Salah or Fernandes in your team. Perhaps you suffered a little bit this week, especially if you didn't captain one of them as well. I think Fernandes was probably the right captain choice. I didn't think Salah would score quite as many points, especially, you know, he was benched and he came off the bench and scored all those points. That's pretty crazy, but that just shows what Salah has in his locker. So he does have that surprise package in him. But yeah, overall, just nice points. Cancelo once again starting, once again returning with points. Grealish, 10 points, very nice indeed for those 2 assists. One of those assists was obviously a penalty assist, which is fine. We'll take that absolutely, by all means. And generally just a decent game week. Just a decent game week to be happy with. And I can see in the chat, guys, loads of you in the 90s. That's awesome. Elvin O'Lean got 34 points. How, man? How? How you only got 34 points? Oh, better luck next time, I suppose. You know, it's not all bad. Ahmed B01, 106. I'm imagining there will be a few of you guys with over 100 points as well. So congratulations to all of you who have got these monster scores. Yeah, you guys want to be proud of yourselves. It's a really good week. You know, you deserve to celebrate. You deserve to celebrate when a week goes very well, and it has done for a lot of us. But obviously, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, there's no point rubbing it in, because not everyone got an amazing rank, an amazing score. Not everyone could get an amazing score, but I imagine the most of us probably did. I think most of us did okay. So yeah, so a few things to talk about. I will talk very briefly of what my kind of plans are today, going into the next couple of game weeks. I think we're best to talk about some Chilwell replacements, just in case it is serious, because I do think it might be serious. So we'll talk about some Chilwell replacements as well, and then obviously answering all of your questions as well. Yeah, so we'll just do all that. Other good news, I suppose, in my personal life, but it is going to affect the channel as well. I've finally, sold my flat that I'm living in right now. My apartment is sold, and we've had an offer accepted on a new house. And when I move into this new house, I'm going to have a proper room to do streams, to make videos, and we're really going to see some improvement in the production quality because I can actually get set up properly, actually get a good computer in, have a decent area of space to get the lighting right, to get the microphone sound quality right, get everything right, and the camera as well to an extent. So it's going to be really good, but that's going to be a couple of months away. But it's good news in my life anyway. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. That we're going to be improving all of this stuff soon. I really hope so. But anyway, first of all, I think we'll talk about a little bit about what I'm kind of thinking. So let's first of all see how many of you guys are in the stream. Almost 600 of you in the stream today. Brilliant. Thanks for all the congratulations as well. Really do appreciate all of that. That's you really appreciate it, guys. 600 of you in the chat. That's awesome. If you could leave a like on the stream today, that would be massively appreciated. All of you liking the videos and the streams recently, it's been really appreciated. It's actually really helped the channel. The amount of likes, when I see the likes go up, also the views seem to go up at the same time, and more people obviously getting attracted to this channel, which is just amazing stuff. So thank you so much for those guys of you who are continuing to like, and of course if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing as well, because why not? We're going to try and help you to do the best in your mini leagues, to improve your rank. We're going to try and help you the best we can. Let's see what we can do there. So, going to refresh this page just to make sure nothing has changed there. No scary points added or subtracted. No, I don't think so. And then I'm going to go on to my pick team page. If it will load, this does not look right. We seem to be missing. Let's go to the home page, and then we'll go to my pick team. Oh, we're signed out. I know you guys can't see this, but we're going to just log ourselves back in there. There we go. Log ourselves in. And here we are. Pick team. Right. Okay, so I started off with, I put Chilwell on the bench because I think we can probably reasonably expect that Chilwell is not going to be available. Obviously, you see more pay in here. You guys will know by now that he's the first guy getting transferred out. So I don't even care. So many weeks have gone by where I've prioritized taking out injured players and bringing in captains that I want, just to avoid making the inevitable transfer that is more pay. I should have never transferred him in. Let's just get him out. He's going to go. So he's going to be going out for most likely Che Adams. Now, Che Adams is the guy I want in for him the most. A part of me really wants Antonio as well, but I'm just not convinced he's going to be ready for next game week. I'm not sure he's going to be ready to play a busy fixture schedule. I just don't trust it at all, really. So I think it's going to have to be Adams for that very reason. I don't think Antonio is going to be able to play every single game. I don't think he's going to be able to play both games in his double game week as well. I think it's going to be quite tough, but that's fine. We'll take out more pay, probably put in Adams. I'm okay with benching Chilwell for this game week because, as you can see, my rotating defenders, Sofal and Walker Peters, who are the two defenders I usually rotate each game week, they've both actually got okay fixtures. I don't mind that too much. Brighton at home, that's okay. Fulham away, that's not bad. So I don't mind that too much. We've got Cancelo against Newcastle, De Bruyne against Newcastle. I think that's quite nice. But, I mean, I can't take my eyes off Salah. That home game against West Brom, obviously he didn't play the full game on Saturday. So, surely he starts this game against West Brom at home. You would have thought so anyway. And this is going to be on Boxing Day, 26th. So we've got a few days to think about it. But, West Brom at home for Salah? That's got to be good, right? That's got to be pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about that one. So, captain straight on him. I don't think I'm going to change that at all. No need. And then we've got Bruno Fernandes, who's going to stay in my team for a little while. Grealish against Crystal Palace, not bad at all, especially Crystal Palace shipping a lot of goals. I'm wondering if Zaha can maybe do a bit more. Honestly, that game, obviously Zaha didn't get any points in game week 14. Obviously he didn't. But you know what? Early on in that game, it was very much on for, it looked positive for Crystal Palace. Honestly, when you watch the first bit of that game, and then if you watch the first 10-20 minutes turned off, then what looked later and the score was 7-0, you might be quite surprised. You might be quite surprised, because I did think Crystal Palace looked pretty positive, and that's kind of what obviously I didn't get the points, annoying, but fine, whatever. But you look for positive signs, and you see how likely your player is to do well next game week, and I think there could be some points for Zaha in the next couple of game weeks. He's got some pretty good fixtures, as far as I can tell. Let's have a look. Yeah, Leicester at home after Aston Villa. That's not bad, probably. Leicester seem to be better against the big teams and actually worse against the worst teams. So you would say that's pretty good. And then Sheffield United at home, which we know is very good indeed as well. Zaha is going to be going out for the double game week, though. I can tell you that for sure. And then Calvert-Lewin, he's going to be staying in for one more game week. I know there's never really a right time to transfer him out, but he's got a game against Sheffield United. Then Man City at home, I'm not too interested in. I don't really want him for that. West Ham, like, yeah, that could be okay. Wolves, not that bothered. But I mean, on game week 18, I'm going to be free hitting anyway, so it's not going to be relevant. And then for game week 19, he's not got a double game week, so I don't particularly want him for game week 19. I want to bring in another double game week player. And after that, it's okay, isn't it? But maybe we can think about bringing him back in after that. But yeah, I think we'll ship him off for a double game week player, and the player likely will be Bamford there as well, so that would be nice. So it'll be Maupay and Bamford. No, not Maupay. It'll be Adams and Bamford up front there, and then De Bruyne in game week 17, I believe it is. Yeah, game week 17. I'm going to transfer out De Bruyne and replace him with. You'll see that Spurs have a game against. Is it? There you go, Leeds. So in game week 17, De Bruyne is going to go out and be replaced with Son for that game against Leeds, which is a really, really nice fixture indeed for anyone. I mean, we saw against Manchester United that Leeds they don't care about defence. All they care about is attack. They will happily let in so many goals as long as they can keep their attacking numbers up. That's just their attitude, isn't it? So they're going to be a really good team to target for a long time, I think, unless they change their tactics, which I don't know if they will. I don't see why they would, because that's just not really their style, is it? They really would have to go back to the drawing board if they wanted to take a more pragmatic approach. But I think Leeds are going to be a good team to target, and a home game against Leeds for Son in game week 17, that looks pretty good to me. So that's going to be De Bruyne out for Son in game week 17, and then we'll do the free hit in game week 18, and then in game week 19, one more transfer, and that will be when Zaha goes out in game week 19, and if I calculated everything correctly, I can upgrade Zaha to anyone up to 11 million. So we potentially take Zaha up to maybe a Marcus Rashford was the player I was thinking of, because Marcus Rashford, obviously with Manchester United, they've got double game week, and that's going to be against Liverpool and Fulham. And the following week, they've got a nice game against Sheffield United as well. And onward from that, a really nice run of fixtures for Manchester United. So I wouldn't mind actually doubling up on Manchester United a little bit there. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that could be pretty interesting, for sure. Maybe a little bit risky, but it's definitely interesting me a lot. Got a few weeks to think about that. But yeah, definitely eyes on Rashford. And then after that, my kind of transfer plan was to take out Chilwell. I mean, obviously the injury might change this, but the idea was that I was going to then take out Chilwell in game week 20 and replace him with another Man City defender, because I really like the look of doubling up on Man City's defence against West Brom, Sheffield United and Burnley all in a row there. Really like the idea of that, just a 3-week double up on Man City. I think it could be some really nice points there. I do prefer Man City in defence than I do in attack at the moment, so I think that could be pretty cool. I really do. The other options for defenders, and I guess this relates to Chilwell and potential Chilwell replacements, I would be looking at, Cancelo, Diaz from Man City, because Man City are looking really good defensively. If you do want to stay on Chelsea, obviously you've got Kurt Zouma there. If you want to go for him, it could be okay. And then we've got sort of Spurs players. you know, you could potentially go for Eric Dyer. He's fairly cheap, isn't he? You can take some money out there. Reguilon, if you wanted to swap a similar price player, Chilwell to Reguilon, that could be pretty nice. He hasn't got the double game week, though. That's the concern there. He hasn't got the double game week. We've got, of course, Lindelof, who does have a double game week. He's only 4.8 million, so super cheap Lindelof there. He got a goal at the weekend as well, so that was pretty nice. But do you trust Manchester United's defence? I'm not sure I do. I'm not sure if I do. I trust them in attack, but not necessarily in defence. So, yeah, some considerations to be made there, but you do have to double. And then, of course, guys, obviously this is not going to apply to me, but if you do want to get Chilwell out, and you don't have a West Ham defender right now, I really would consider the West Ham defence. Because look at West Ham's fixtures coming up. Look at these West Ham fixtures and think of this from a defensive point of view. Brighton at home, Southampton away, Everton away. Maybe one clean sheet in there, but potential, you know, if you're going for Creswell and Sofal, potential assists there could be pretty good. But the one what I'm really looking at here is game week 19, double game week for these West Ham defenders against Burnley and West Brom. That's nice. That's very nice, isn't it? After that, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, Aston Villa, but then Fulham and Sheffield United. So it's a good run all the way up to sort of game week 25, where it does look, you know, Tottenham, Man City, Leeds, Manchester United. These guys are gonna score against West Ham. You would have thought, but up until game week 24, pretty good, pretty nice actually. I really like the look of that. So do make sure you get in on the West Ham defence if you can as well, because I think you're really going to like that, particularly if you're looking at a free hit in game week 18. It's not going to matter anyway. If you're using a free hit in game week 18, you may as well just bring the West Ham defenders in now. That's going to be pretty good. So yeah, I do recommend that. And then if you do want to look for players who are you're not going to be free hitting in game week 18, then Man City defenders and Spurs defenders are probably the way you want to look in terms of Chilwell replacements. So yeah, that's basically yeah. So Sam Hackett has said I've forgotten about Liverpool defenders. Yeah, I kind of have. The thing is, Liverpool defenders are kind of hard to get into your team. If you want to get, and it would be if you can get in Robertson, and Robertson would be the one I'd go for. You've got to rip up your team a little bit to get him in, because he's so much more expensive. He's sort of, what is he, 1.2, 1.3 million more than Chilwell. It's depending on what price you bought Chilwell at. I think I bought Chilwell in at his lowest price, so I'd be losing a lot of money taking out Chilwell, which is another thing I'm sort of considering. But if you can get up to Robertson, that's going to be super nice for the double game week. Really nice for the double game week. And yeah, just in general, if you look at Liverpool's fixtures here, West Brom at home, immediately looking great. Newcastle away, that's great. Southampton away, actually could be okay. And then the double, Manchester United and Burnley, both at home, could be okay. It's kind of mixed after that. But, you know, with like Robertson, you're not just looking for clean sheets, you're also looking for those assists and potentially goals as well. You never know. You never know. So yeah, Liverpool defenders would be really nice, but I would be cautious about ripping up my team to get a Liverpool defender in. That would be my only thing I'll say to you. And honestly, Liverpool defenders so far this season haven't really... They've been good, but have they been good for the price that they are? Maybe not really. Chilwell's providing, you know, better value. Cancelo's getting pretty similar scores, much cheaper. So think about it that way. Don't just think about who's going to get the most points, but who's going to get the most points and the most bang for your buck, because you do want to be spending the money on the rest of your team as well. The focus really right now is our game week 18/19 plans. So that's got to be the forefront of your mind. And if getting in Robertson is going to hinder in some way your plans, maybe it doesn't. But if it does, then I think you may need to reconsider. Honestly, to be fair, if I was to choose between Robertson or Sofal in game week 19, there's how much price difference is that? 2.5 million, basically 2.5 million price difference. Robertson at 7 million or Sofal at 4.6 million for that double game week for these fixtures. You look at Sofal. Sofal, remember, is creating a monster amount of chances as well. He's creating so many chances, and you know, didn't go his way today against Chelsea. It's a really tough game, to be fair. So you've got you got to let him off a little bit. You can't really criticise him for that, but he's looking really good. Like, go back through his scores, you know, some clean sheets, but more importantly, some assists. He's got 3 assists so far. Really good value, and he's creating so many chances, and I do expect there to be more assists. So far is probably, I mean, you're probably going to say, well, Sofal is not a better pick than Robertson. Maybe you're right, but for his money, I think Sofal is a better pick than Robertson in terms of the value. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for Chilwell replacements, I think. Unless any of you guys have any other suggestions that perhaps I've not thought of, that's pretty much the direction I would be going right now. Yeah, okay, Ephraim said Matip. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would go for Matip. Yes, he got the clean sheet, but Matip is... Oh, did he get... Has he got any goal contributions? I can't remember. I should probably look these things up. But yeah, my eyes are not on Matip at all, really, just because he's not got really any goal threat, any assist potential. You really would be relying on clean sheets alone. And usually the case is, if a team is scoring a lot of goals, then it's the goal scorers that get the bonus points, rather than the defenders getting the bonus points. So in a Liverpool team, Matip, yes, he might get the odd clean sheet. And remember, Liverpool haven't been amazing for clean sheets recently. So just remember that. Matip is going to be clean sheets only. A few bonus points here and there. Not a lot of bonus points. I don't know. Matip got an assist. Okay, yeah, that's where the other 3 points came from then, wasn't it? But not a goal and an assist. What, last game week? Did he? A goal and an assist? I must have really missed that one. Let's have a look. I'm not sure. Well, let's go on stats. We'll have a look at some Liverpool defenders. We may as well. Liverpool. Matip. History. Oh no, he didn't get a goal. Yeah. Okay, yeah. But look, this is what I'm saying. He got an assist and a clean sheet. Look how many bonus points he got. 0. Zilch. You know, yes, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist this season, and he will occasionally pop up with these. Occasionally. But is he like more likely to get these than, you know, Cancelo's the same price as Matip. Obviously, he hasn't got the same double fixture. I don't know. I mean, you could consider him, but it's kind of like, is he that good? Is this potentially a knee jerk? Because he's not even starting every single game. You know, he played I think he pulled up with an injury, didn't he? To be fair, so yeah, maybe he does start going forwards. Gomez is going to be back at some point or another, isn't he? I don't know if they'll rotate a little bit as well, Liverpool, because they have been rotating. And then we've got sort of Firmino. He's doing pretty well in defence, to be fair. Though perhaps they would like to move him back into midfield. I'm not sure. I would be cautious, and obviously I'll look at the stats and stuff and have a proper look at this. But is Matip known for getting a lot of clean sheets and not for getting a lot of goals and assists? Not really. Maybe he provides a bit of aerial presence, but you're just sort of gambling on hoping that he gets corner headers. It's not really the way that Liverpool often get their goals. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he'd certainly be on the watch list, but you know, still, I do prefer Sofal. You know, for that double game week, I really do. And you know, in general, I prefer Cancelo for the long term as well, and Diaz, looking really, really nice. Looking really nice indeed. We'll go back to my points page because I think that's what most of you guys are the most interested in. The old points. Lovely. I just love show. Oh, it's nice coming on stream when you have a good game week. It's very nice indeed. So yeah, obviously I did talk a little bit about Chilwell. Yeah, let's not jump the gun on him. We'll see what the situation is. Moldy has correctly pointed out that I have a soft spot for Sofal. You all know it. It's true. Um, we'll see. Bain, well, let's go. Yeah, let's go to some questions. So Bain says here, what do you think about changing Grealish to Son next game week? I don't have any Spurs players, but I had them until this game week. I mean, Grealish, it's sort of his last good fixture, isn't it? Next game week, his last good one against Crystal Palace at home. After that, doesn't even have double game week to make up for it. The only nice thing about Grealish long term is that he's got 2 double game weeks due to come to him at some point or another. But I think those are going to be sort of game week 24. It's going to be a while before he gets his first double game week. So maybe you transfer him out. You can always bring him back in. Remember that. But yeah, this is not an idea. But he's a really good player. And sometimes you do have to prioritise a player's form over their fixture. We know for a fact that Grealish, you know, he can easily score an assist against Crystal Palace. He can easily do it against Chelsea. He can easily do it against United, Tottenham, Everton, etc., etc. He can do it. It's just a case of whether there's better options out there. And when you bring up a player like Son, who is obviously, I don't know if I call them in the same price range, but he's 1.7 million more, I think, unless the prices have changed since. He's 1.7 million more. So yeah, you would say that that's probably a sensible jump up, particularly given Spurs fixtures do look really nice. But remember, they don't have the double. They do have a good fixture in Game Week 19, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can do Grealish to Son without taking any hits, particularly maybe if you're downgrading Chilwell and upgrading Grealish, that could actually be pretty nice. Yeah, like I said earlier, Kevin De Bruyne to Son is a transfer I want to make in Game Week 17. Obviously, who've Spurs got? Fulham next, is it? Yeah. No. Who's they got next? Wolves. It's an okay fixture. Then they've got Fulham in Game Week 16 and Leeds in Game Week 17. So yeah, you would definitely want Son for Game Week 17. I would tell you that. And then it just sort of depends what your plans are for blank and double game weeks after that. But yeah, Son could be a really good player to bring in. Uzi Automatic says, do we know if Chilwell is out for long term? No, we don't know yet. I don't think it looked good. Havroje Lilovac says, is there any new updates on Antonio? He's nearly there. Apparently he's nearly there. The problem is he's just going to be coming back to fitness, and the Christmas period is going to be really lots of fixtures, lots of games coming thick and fast every couple of days. And I don't know if Antonio is going to be ready to be playing every single game week, because the game weeks are so close to one another. So I'm not really confident about that. A few people asking about Firmino. It's an interesting one. Firmino is he's just an interesting one. I don't really fully trust him, but he's getting points right now, and his underlying stats actually look pretty good. But there's just this doubt I have about him. But yeah, definitely worth considering Firmino. Definitely worth considering for sure. You know, maybe I'm worrying too much about his history, because historically, last couple of seasons, he's just not been a good player to own for FPL. But he does have a nice double game week. I don't know. It could be nice. It could be nice. Riaz David says, you bench boost in Game Week 19 or saving it for later? I will be saving my bench boost for later, but I would completely understand if some of you guys did want to work towards a bench boost. Bowen and Rafinha, if you have Bowen or Rafinha, I would definitely keep them. Their double game weeks are really nice. They've got pretty good fixtures between now and the double game weeks. I would definitely be keeping Bowen. I'd definitely be keeping Rafinha. I'd arguably be looking to bring in both Bowen and Rafinha if that works. If that fits into your budgets and your plans, and you can make the most of that, then Rafinha, a really nice player to bring in. And so is Bowen. So yeah, definitely look at those guys for sure. They'd be pretty high on my priority list in terms of cheap midfielders. In fact, they're arguably the two best cheap midfielders going into this double game week for sure. Tyrell Leonard says, keep Bamford. Definitely keep Bamford. Yeah, you're going to regret it if you take out Bamford. Ewan South says, will Lamptey play this week? I'm not sure. He's just such a troll player, isn't he? Really a massive troll player. That's tough. It's tough. Uzi automatic. Which strategy are you going for, Dan? 3 hits, Game Week 18, and build a team for Game Week 19, or vice versa? Yeah, so I'm going to be building my team for Game Week 19. Game Week 19 is going to be my long-term team, and then I'll be free hitting in Game Week 18. Pretty much decided on that. Hravoji, you need to tell me how to pronounce your name correctly. If you can spell it out so a dumb person like me can understand how to say your name, because obviously you do pop up in chat. You remember I want to get your name right. So Hravoji Lilovac, if you could write it out phonetically, I would love that so I can say your name properly. Thank you, man. Have Rafinha and Bamford. Thinking of triple up with Harrison, but banking. No, I'm not sure if I'd want the triple up on Leeds attack, because the problem is the bonus points, and although they're good for goals, Leeds, if you're conceding a lot of goals, that means that the other team is also going to be in for the bonus points. So they're not amazing assets, but they're really good attacking assets for sure. Definitely would much rather be having attackers from Leeds than defenders from Leeds. But the triple up, nah, I'm not too sure. Harrison, obviously a little bit of rotation risk there as well. So a little bit of rotation risk anyway. Ronano, oh, you're talking to Mouldy, that's absolutely fine. Corey Langbridge, Gross and James out. Soshek and Creswell / Sofal. Yeah, that actually looks really good. That looks really good. Soshek is probably not a player you want to be playing in your starting 11 every game week. But I don't know, can you stretch to Bowen? Probably not. Yeah, Soshek's not really a player I'd want to be starting every week, but he is good for the double game week. We'll see. But yeah, definitely Creswell and Sofal are players you should be looking at. Alexander Kag says, do you think Rafinha is better than Click? Yes, I do. I do think it's Click's sort of just penalties only. He could even be rotated a little bit if Pablo Hernandez potentially comes in. Busy fixture period, maybe. Dimitri Milic says Chilwell for Matip and Richarlison for Firmino. That's really that seems kind of knee jerk. That does seem kind of knee jerk. I'm not saying it's bad, but you're sort of looking at who scored last game week and bringing those in. I don't know. Maybe it depends. Again, all of your transfers, by the way, guys, the first thing you need to be thinking of is how is this going to affect my plans for the blank game week in Game Week 18 and the double game week in Game Week 19. That should be the forefront of every transfer you make. You want to be thinking, how is this going to impact my plan? Because that if you make sure that you are thinking about Game Week 18 and 19, if that's the front of your mind every single time you go to make a transfer, you think about Game Week 18 and 19 and how you're going to deal with these, you are going to be in such a great position, because most people, I'm telling you guys, most people, 90% of people, 95% of people probably don't even realise that we've got a blank game week coming up, or a double game week coming up. They're going to get to the blank game week and they're going to go, oh, I don't have enough players. They're going to get to the double game week and think, oh, I wish I brought in a few more players a little bit earlier for this game week. So if you guys can get ahead of these guys, you're getting ahead of your rivals. This is what it's all about. This is the stuff that excites me, because it really does put you ahead. And that's what we're kind of trying to do. We're kind of get an advantage by thinking about things more, being smart about things more. That's exactly what we're going to do, guys. So we've got a super chat from Nahal. Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Adams versus Fulham, or Bamford versus Burnley, or Soshek versus Brighton and Hove Albion. One to bench. The one to bench is Soshek there. Brighton, generally speaking, don't concede a huge amount of goals, or a huge amount of chances anyway. Particularly, they don't concede aerial chances either, which Soshek is sort of known for. Bamford versus Burnley, definitely could happen there. Adams versus Fulham, you'd want to be playing Adams versus Fulham, I think. So yeah, thank you very much for the super chat, Nahal. And yeah, Soshek is the guy to bench for you, for sure. Okay, Uzi automatic. That's what I'm hoping for my mini league game week in 18 and 19 surprise. Yeah, it's gonna be a surprise for people. Honestly, this is why you know, when you guys show me your scores every game week and you're showing me these monster scores, it's because you guys are good at FPL. You're good FPL players. You really are. And you're going to continue to be good. You're going to continue to rise up the ranks. It's excellent. This is exactly what we like to see. That's exactly what we like to see. And, you know, we're going to have advantage. You know, your friends in your mini leagues, they're casuals. They're casuals. They might have got lucky so far this season, but ultimately, you guys are going to end up on top. Don't doubt that for a second. Don't doubt that. Martin Waltz says Diaz or Cancelo. I prefer Cancelo. But I mean, like I said earlier, I would be probably aiming to get both at one point or another. Ephraim, should I sell Neto for Rafinha soon? Maybe. Like I said buy, sell, keep, avoid Neto. Neto is a trap waiting to happen. His stats look okay. His fixtures look bad. He's not got a double game week. Too many bad points for him. Too many things going against him. So yeah, the fact that you're thinking Neto to Rafinha is kind of the right way of looking, but make sure you're not just knee-jerking. The fact that you've got Neto and the fact that you are looking to get Rafinha in next kind of shows me that perhaps what you're doing is just looking at the player that scored well last week and bringing them in, and that's probably not the way you want to be looking at FPL. It's a little bit narrow-minded and it's a little bit short-sighted, and I don't know. Billy Fiddler, I laugh at your name every single time. Okay, you say Bamford in for Welbeck. Yes, that's a potentially a good transfer. Okay, so Ravoji says he's Croatian. Don't bother. I know it's hard to pronounce. I'm sorry, man. I am sorry. I do apologise. The J as in Jantar, no pronunciation in English. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm just going to call you Lilovac then. I'm going to call you by your surname from now on. Hopefully that's cool. Jamie Kolkloff has just said 3,000th in the world right now. That is excellent. That is so nice to hear that some of you guys have got some awesome ranks. I know a couple of you guys who are watching me right now, you're probably in this chat right now, you're sort of in the top 100 in the world. It's mad. It's crazy. It's really good to see. Really good to see. Ryan Camdar says, who in for Wilson and Chilwell? I don't know. We spoke a little bit about Chilwell. Perhaps watch the stream back, but maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow in buy, sell, keep, avoid as well. Some Chilwell replacements. In fact, yeah, we'll do some Chilwell replacements tomorrow. I've got a few in mind anyway and got some notes written down, so that's going to be pretty helpful. A few people going on about selling Wilson. Let's have a look at the Wilson situation. And what am I doing here? I'm getting ahead of ourselves. Let's look at the Wilson situation. I need to update myself. How bad is it? Where are you, Wilson? How bad is it? Yeah, okay, right. I see why you. Yeah, I see you're thinking. Yeah, Man City away is not great. Liverpool is. You know what? Newcastle haven't even looked good. They really haven't looked good. They've kind of been pretty lucky to get the goals that they have got. You know, the goal against Fulham. Losing by five goals conceded against Leeds. Yeah, pretty disappointing Fulham and Newcastle in general. You'll be right in thinking against City, Liverpool, Leicester, you're kind of right to not back them. And we could think about Bamford for that double game week as well. So, yeah, Bamford is probably the right answer there. Right now, the strikers I'm looking at the most is Bamford and Adams. And that's just that game week 19 double. It's all about that. That's going to be very, very tasty for Bamford and Adams. The only other striker that I'm really, really looking at now is Antonio. Of course, Antonio. I don't think he's going to be fit and ready to be playing that frequently. I guess you can look at Firmino as well for attackers. West Brom next, which is nice. Newcastle away, which is nice. Southampton is okay, and then we've got the double. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So that could be a consideration for Firmino, for sure. I don't know what other forwards I'd be looking at right now. Obviously Kane, but he's a little. I'd rather get Son in for the cheaper price, and I don't think I want to double up on Spurs just because both of them are on single game weeks. Vardy, would you want Vardy? I don't know, maybe. But it's Bamford and Adams really the guys I'm looking at the most right now. They excite me the most, running up to this double game week, which I'm not going to stop shouting up about. I'm going to keep talking about the double game weeks all day, by the way. You're not going to stop me. Lilovac has said, do you plan to go bench boost for game week 19? No, I'm not. I'm going to save my bench boost. I think basically the reason why I don't want to bench boost, and guys, by the way, I put up a video earlier, which was another video about a blank game week 18, double game week 19, and the different types of tactics, the different kinds of strategies you can use. 5 different strategies in one video. Make sure you go check it out if you're still not sure what to do. If maybe you're missing some of your chips as well, maybe you want to play multiple chips over those 2 game weeks, go check that video out after you're done with the stream, or tomorrow, or whenever you got time. I think it is worth having a look at. I think it's really going to help you. That was my hope when I made it anyway. But for me personally, the issue is, if I want to bench boost, I basically need a new playing goalkeeper on the bench. So I'm going to have to buy in a goalkeeper to put on my bench. I'm going to have to replace Brewster with someone a little bit better. And I'm going to have to replace Ferguson with someone who's actually playing. So that's 3 transfers that I'm going to use on my bench. In order to make that happen, I'm going to have to downgrade players in my starting 11 and waste all of my transfers on upgrading my bench, when actually I've got pretty decent transfer plans for the rest of my team. And it's a case of you're making so much sacrifice to get these bench players in just to bench boost that you're arguably losing more than you're gaining. If you're going to do a bench boost, it has to come about a little bit more organically, or with an easy entrance route, or with an easy escape route, as in wildcards obviously would be a good entry route into a bench boost, and a good escape route out of a bench boost. I don't really want to use my second wildcard this early. We'll use that later on. Or, you can have a lot of time to gradually plan to bring in, your bench players, but make sure that you have a wild card to use after you've gradually bought these players in, so you can get them all out again, put the money back into your starting 11, because we don't want too heavy on our benches. We really don't want heavy benches. It's not good. It's not good. So yeah, that's kind of guys that's kind of what I'm thinking. Not keen on it. Not keen on the bench boost personally, but you might already have a playing goalkeeper on your bench. You might already have sort of Soucek on your bench, Carl Walker-Peters on your bench, Stuart Dallas on your bench already, these kind of players, in which case you're already kind of quite nicely set up for a bench boost, so you could go for it. So yeah, Mr. Venom, thank you very much for the super chat. I've said a few times before, but I'll say it again for the benefit. Game week 18 I'm going to be free hitting, and game week 19 I'm going to just probably do nothing. Potentially triple captaining. I might triple captain in game week 19, but that is absolute maximum what I'll be doing. That's the maximum I'll be doing. But like I said, you can check out the video if you want to see a full explanation on that. JD88 said, any strategy for Cup Week? So yeah, Cup Week is game week 16, isn't it? Which is my birthday, I believe. Game week 16. Let's just have a double check on that. It is. Game week 16 is on my birthday. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, Cup Week. My biggest piece of advice is to not throw away your season for the sake of the Cup. The Cup is not that important, really. It's just a bit of fun on the side. So don't rip your team up for the Cup. The only thing I would say is on Cup Week, don't take hits. That's the only thing I would probably say. Even if you want to take a hit, then just go for it. But if you do care about the Cup, don't change your team too much. Just make sure you don't take a -4 on that game week, because if you do, you can very easily end up losing to someone who has not changed their team in weeks, just because you've made that -4 in that particular game week. So yeah, do consider that. But yeah, I try not to focus too much on the Cup. I wouldn't worry about it, guys. Wouldn't worry about it, guys. Connor North, hey, my birthday is on the same day as yours. Oh, well, happy birthday to you, Connor, on the same day as me. That'd be awesome. Fredco Films, we have the same birthday. Hey, guys, look at this. All 28th of December babies. We love that. We love that. Happy birthday to all of us on the same day. I will be streaming on that day, by the way, guys. I know I've said that before. Some of you will know already. Yeah, we'll be streaming on my birthday. I mean, I'm in tier 4 lockdown. For those of you in the UK, you will know what tier 4 lockdown is. For those of you outside of the UK, tier 4 lockdown basically means you can't do anything. You can't leave your house. You can't meet up with other people. It's like proper quarantine type stuff. You really can't do much other than go for a walk in the park with one friend. That's as much as you can do. So I am going to be pretty well stuck in on my birthday. So hopefully I'm just going to I'll probably make a video, do a stream with you guys, play some video games. It's okay. It could be worse. Hopefully I'll make up for it next year. Bigger birthday. But yes. Get back to the chat. Brian556, I'm only 1 million after being 650k 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's not ideal, is it? That's not ideal. Lilovac says, KDB looked tired against Saints. Could he be benched against Newcastle? No, because Pep Guardiola's been pretty sure that he really wants to continue playing his strongest 11, because City do need to keep getting points. They're going to fall really far behind their rivals at the top of the table if they don't get some points. So KDB kind of has to play. Maybe he gets rested in cup games instead, but he kind of has to play in the Premier League. So yeah, Darius says drunken stream. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Corey Langbridge. Yeah, I have actually answered this question before, but I'm not sure if you heard me the first time, Corey. But I will say again, Gross and James out, Bowen and Sofal in. Looks very nice. Very nice indeed. We like that. I like that a lot, Corey. Go for that. For sure. Moldy has correctly reminded us that more likes would be nice. They would. They really would. I would appreciate that. Sam Corney says Cancelo versus Diaz. I would say, guys, honestly, I'm not even joking. Cancelo is as nailed on as Diaz right now. Before, it was a case of Cancelo will get you, assists and maybe goals, but he's not as nailed on as Diaz, who's going to play every game and he'll get you the clean sheets guaranteed. Cancelo now is nailed on. He's going to be playing pretty much every single game week, and he has the assists and potential goal potential because he is shooting as well, getting loads of crosses in. So Cancelo, for that reason, he's the guy. He's the guy in terms of Man City defenders for sure. Lilovac says, thanks mate, great content and really helpful. Glad to be of service. Glad I can help. Really glad I can help. Three's Word Hate says, would you sell Kane for Firmino? No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would, to be honest. Kane's arguably going to be a pretty good player to have in the next couple of game weeks. I know Spurs don't have an amazing game week this game week, but they've got Fulham after that, and then Leeds after that. Could be nice. Could be nice. Moldy correctly reminding me to remind you guys again. Moldy, you should be running the streams, mate. You should be running the streams. If you want to be an FPL Mates member, it's only 99p for some nice custom emotes, and it helps support the channel. So yes, guys, if you do want to support the channel, get your name highlighted in the chat so I can see your comments and stuff more easily in the chat and on videos, and you get access to loads of custom emojis that I've made for you guys, which some are funny, some are useful. Maybe someone can show us all the emojis. I know there's a few members in the chat right now, so if you can spam one line of emoji, that would be pretty cool. Just to show people what they could be guessing. And it's 99 pence. 99 pence in UK money. I don't know what that is. That's like $1.10 or something in American money. It really helps support the channel, and hopefully you get some nice stuff in return. I hope anyway. You can do that by clicking the join button, which is next to the subscribe button on desktop. If you're on mobile, I think you have to go to you can maybe do it on your internet browser and look at the web version rather than the mobile version of the YouTube website. This is where it gets a bit complicated. Basically, you need to be looking at the desktop version of the YouTube website, and next to the subscribe button there's a join button. There you go. If you fancy that, go for it. Thank you very much, Moldy, for those emojis. And let's get back to some questions. We are going to wrap it up at 11 because that'll be an hour. And and I got work. I've got work to do. Oh dear. Someone says thoughts on Stones. I would just go for Cancelo. I know Stones is a little bit more of a rotation risk, and he's not really got any attacking potential. I don't know. Abdullah says it's time to switch Kane to Son. Unless you need to get money, no, I don't think so. Jamzan says there's a join button on the mobile app. Okay, well if there's a join button on the mobile app, then fantastic. I didn't actually know that. I thought there wasn't. Greg Shinton says is Justin still a good option for the double game week? Already owned so far on Carl Walker-Peters. Yeah, I'd probably just keep all three. Well, there's no point, using a transfer there. You've got 3 really nice double game week players there. Just keep them all. I like that. Chilwell twisted his ankle, looks doubtful for Arsenal, said Frank. Yeah, I have not seen all of this yet because I started streaming as soon as the full-time whistle. Yeah, okay, twisted ankle. I don't know how bad or good that's going to be. Let's see how bad it is. I will be tempted to keep Chilwell if it's only a couple of game weeks. Billy Fiddlers, your blackcurrant dilute. It is indeed. It's got to be cheaper. Target or Sofal. Definitely Sofal for me. For sure. Bowen or Rafinha. They're about the similar, I'd say, in terms of how desirable they are. Not sure if you've gone over Chilwell yet, but should we be looking to sell him? Yeah, I spoke a lot about Chilwell earlier on in the stream. If you want to check the stream replay, then go for it. I spoke a lot about replacements for him. I'm probably about 10 to 15 minutes into the stream, if you want to skip to the time. Maybe. Kyle Codrington Allen says Diaz barely gets bonus points. Yeah, you're right, because he doesn't have an attacking threat, so he doesn't have that to get him those extra points. Plus, I mean, to be fair, he does get some bonus points. Maybe. Harley Edge says if you use your free hit, you still get your transfer for that game week. No. So your free hit overwrites every transfer you make in the game week in which you use the free hit. And really also important, guys, if you have 2 free transfers and the next game week you use your free hit, or in the game week where you have 2 free transfers, you used your free hit, basically your free hit will wipe out all of your transfers. So the game week after your free hit, no matter what, you will always have 1 transfer remaining. Free hits will wipe out any saved banked transfers that you have. So if you are going to be free hitting, make sure that you're using all of your transfers up beforehand. Then not even on the game week where you free hitting. So if you're free hitting in game week 18, for example, use all your transfers in game week 17. Because in the week that you use your free hit, it wipes them all out and it resets you to 1 transfer. So make sure you use your transfers the week before you use your free hit. Naveed is very, very correctly said that I think it is time to look at some price changes before we go to bed. Well, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm sure some of you guys will be going to bed. But we've got buy, sell, keep and avoid videos to be thinking about, haven't we, guys? But that's perfectly fine. So here we are on fplstatistics.co.uk, and we're gonna have a look at some price changes very quickly before we go to bed. And also, guys, before we do look at these price changes, if you could please like the stream, that would be awesome. And guys, if you're new around here, not seen my stuff before, please do consider sticking around, permanent basis, subscribing. That would be really awesome. It'd be nice to see us get a few subscribers today. The support recently has been excellent. So all really appreciated. So, okay, Dallas is going up. Not surprised with the double game week, but I would be a little bit cautious about bringing in Dallas. Because he's been a bit of a troll. He's actually scoring more points in the more difficult games. He's not getting any clean sheets, so he could end up trolling you. And I don't think I really would be that interested in Leeds defenders for the double game week either. So, yeah, I don't think I would be interested in Dallas, but obviously some of you are, which is fair enough. Diaz, that is a guy I am interested in. I would prefer Cancelo, but Diaz is a pretty good pick. Stones, if you really, really can't afford Diaz or Cancelo, I guess you could go for Stones, but you are cutting corners there, and if you are punished, Stones gets dropped, Stones doesn't get as many bonus points. If you are punished in that way, then, you know, you have to know that you took that risk by going for the cheaper option. You're cutting a corner, and you've got to be prepared to take that risk. But it's a fine risk. It's a fine risk. 4.8 million as well. It's cheap, isn't it? It's cheap as chips. You know, who else is going up? Bednarek. I prefer Walker Peters. Berg. Yeah, bench fodder. Lookman. Lookman does look good, to be fair. Welbeck. I don't think I'd want him long term, so I don't know if I'd be bringing him in now. If you were talking a couple of weeks ago, then yes, I would have brought him in, and he scored points since then, to be fair, as well. But right this second, I probably wouldn't be looking to bring him in. McCarthy, okay, maybe. If you're looking to double up, you know, double game week player, maybe. Calvert-Lewin is going up. He's a yo-yo, Calvert-Lewin, isn't he? People sell him one week, bring him in next week. They can't decide what they want. Matip's flying up as well. Sofar's flying up, rightly so. Robertson's flying up. Adams flying up. So a few players flying up, but the only players that are going to be rising tonight really are Dallas, Diaz, Stones, maybe Bednarek. Let's look at some price fallers. Because why not? Let's have a look. Kian Goyan says, is Scott McTominay essential? You'll find out in tomorrow's buy, sell, keep, avoid just how essential Scott McTominay is. Shaking my head. Right, Hudson-Odoi, no one owns him anyway. Josh is going down. That if you still got him kicking around, you might want to think about that. Rodriguez at Everton, rightfully going down some more. Quite a lot of players going down, guys. Quite a lot of players. And then Ziyech and Dendonka, both injured anyway. And let's have a look at some arrows. So who is like plummeting? Zaha, but he's not really going to probably not going to go down. Leno, Werner. I'm not surprised, but Werner's been so disappointing. He really has. Ings is going to be flying down, understandably so. People, De Bruyne already has gone down -1, which means people have already sold him en masse. He's going to maybe even go down again. Guys, he's about to play Newcastle at home, one of the worst teams in the league, and he's the creative driving force behind that Man City team, and he's shooting loads, he's passing loads. Fair enough, Man City haven't been amazing. De Bruyne hasn't been finishing off his chances. Amazing in attack, by the way, because in defence, Man City have been looking really good. But selling De Bruyne when they're about to play Newcastle, and you know what? I bet people are selling him for Bruno Fernandes as well, not thinking about fixtures. Shame on you. Shame on you. No, De Bruyne, you've got to be kept for this game week. After that, yeah, fair enough. Think about moving him. Oh my God, Lewis D says McTominay has nearly 12,000 transfers in. We're going to be talking about that, guys, tomorrow. Don't you worry about that. Buy, sell, keep, avoid is ripe right now. Looking at this, McTominay is going to be spoken about. De Bruyne is going to be spoken about. Gil Yates says maybe, okay, maybe people are selling De Bruyne to get Salah in. Potentially. Why not both? Why not both? Well, I've got both. I'm very glad to have both as well. Jag12 says they're missing Aguero. Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? Yeah. Right, okay, guys. That's. I think that's enough for today. It's 11 o'clock. Blimey, time flies when you're having fun, and I do always have fun with you guys on the streams. Love chatting to you guys. Love to hear what you're up to with your fantasy teams. And I love talking about fantasy football. And you know what? The more I'm doing these streams, when I started doing these streams sort of a couple of months ago, I've always found my voice started to go after an hour because I just was not used to talking for 1 hour straight. But, yeah, maybe taking a drink on a stream is helping, but I'm kind of getting used to this. Getting used to this stream malarkey. Just need to improve the stream setup, which we will be doing when I move house. We'll be ready to go. But yes, guys, thank you so much for watching today. As I say, there was another video I put up. So if you are craving more FPL, mate, please do go check out that other video that I made earlier. That's going to be all about Game Week 18 and 19 and some strategies that you can use to make the best of the blank Game Week and the double Game Week. So do go check that out if you fancy it. Going to be buy, sell, keep, avoid video tomorrow. Just going to pack the week full of videos. We're going to do team selection video on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I'm not sure if I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do a video or not. It depends what time it is, well, how much time I have, because it is Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, I think I'm going to take the day off. But then on 26th, Boxing Day, 27th, 28th, 29th, etc, 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 it's going to be videos every day. So loads to come, guys. Loads and loads to come. Don't you worry about that. So yeah, please do like the stream before you head off. Please do subscribe before you leave as well if you haven't done already. And aside from that, thank you so much for watching, guys. And I will see you later, mates. Bye-bye.